as you can see, it is a hot mess over here. So as I'm working through my book, I'm thinking of shape. Shape, I'm thinking of collage, because I can take something and break it into shapes with collage very easily. So let me get all these other things we don't need out of my space. Again, shape book. So again, there's lots of paper we can use, and there are different types of paper. So I looked at my pie that I did for color, and I know the triangle. First of all, the background is a rectangle. The table, smaller rectangle. The plate, an oval. The front side of the pie would be more of a parallelogram. The top of the pie is a triangle. And I know it's backwards. The side of the crust and the top of the crust, I broke into two shapes. An organic shape, there's no name for that. And obviously another triangle that I'll add. So look at your picture, see what shapes you see. Mine's pretty easy. That's why I chose pie, because I know I could do it in all, most of the different elements. So I'm going to go ahead and put this together for you on my page. But again, look at yours. Think how it is broken into different shapes, and how you can work that into collage. So I'm just going to get my glue stick. As I work, obviously I'm going layers. So I want to do the bottom, which is the background, then the table, then the plate, then the crust, then the pie on there. I'm not worried about colors. I just picked all different things. And actually some of this works for texture too, because obviously the paint that I used on these papers give it some texture, and the different types of papers I'm using is giving it texture. So even though we're going to do a texture, but again, you can kind of think about how texture will be worked in as we move through this. Again, as you can see, as I put it together, I just kind of had to lay it down to get the right angles and stuff. If it falls over a little bit, I could have trimmed that, but I was kind of like it. But take the time to lay it out first, and then I just glue layer by layer, making sure it's laid out. And the great thing about glue is you can move it around. It'll dry clear, even though you may see it for a while. But that is using our same subject with shape, breaking it down into different shapes. Again, we may see the same technique as we move into texture, because painted paper is really great to use to demonstrate texture, using different things to paint with. Again, I have stacks and stacks of different colored paper that I use, but that's something you may see for texture also.